Hi, I'm super psychologist Dr. Mara Carpel of Dr. Mara Carpel and Your Golden Years. I hope you enjoy this informative interview and many more to come on my program. Hi, this is Dr. Mara Carpel and this is Your Golden Years, and I'm here right in the Austin studio with David Phillips, owner of Tango Tribe, Argentine dance school here in Austin, Texas. Welcome, David.
Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be able to visit with you again.
Yeah, it's been a few years since you were here the last time, and since that time you opened up your own dance studio.
Yes, I was so grateful to be able to do that, to find a space near my home. So it's only about 8 minutes from my home, so I can visit there frequently and easily.
So before we jump into talking about Argentine tango and all of the benefits, why don't we talk a little bit about you and your background and what got you into doing Argentine tango and the benefits that you received from it.
Can't hear him blocked on. Check and see if you got it on.
It's on.
Now?
Yes, so
Okay, good.
let's see. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty, so maybe let's try the phone. All right.
Well, I come from a technical background. My degree from the university was in mathematics, but my love really was in computers. And so when I graduated, I first worked at the university managing the medium scale time sharing computer, and then got involved in the microcomputer movement. A group of other fellows and I did software and hardware development for microcomputers, and then I got involved in local area networking and then software development for government agencies. That was all a very technical background before I retired. But I had, back in the early 1980s, done some ballroom dance with my wife. We did a whole lot of ballroom, some swing dance, and some Latin dance. And I just loved it, but I got so busy with business that I kind of went away from it. And then when I retired full time, I knew that I needed to one, I wanted to do something that would keep me physically active and mentally active. And two, give me a social connection, would keep me connected to people. And I went back to my love of dance and started doing some dances that I hadn't done before, the Argentine tango, salsa, and West Coast swing, which I had done before and dearly loved. So I was doing something every night of the week, but after the first year it had changed, so I was doing Argentine tango every night of the week because I found such incredible mental, emotional, physical challenges to it that it really appealed to both my analytical side as well as my artistic side.
Right. For those of you who are just tuning in, or if you weren't able to hear I think there was a little bit of a glitch. I am here in the studio speaking with David Phillips, owner of Tango Tribe, Argentine dance studio. So I just want to make sure everybody knows who we're talking to, because I heard that some people couldn't hear for a little while. So, then how long have you been doing this now?
Well, I started in 2010, and it was after that first year that everything became Argentine tango, and I started doing that every night of the week, either here in Austin or traveling around the country, or even to other countries, to Buenos Aires and to Europe.
Oh, wow.
To study.
Okay, well, so you actually studied right there in Argentina.
Yes, the cultural heartland of Argentine tango.
Okay. And now, how long have you been teaching?
I've been started in 2015.
Okay.
I was assisting others and then started my own classes. And then it's been a little over a year. In September, it was a year that the Tango Tribe studio has been going.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you have a lot of students interested in?
It varies quite a bit. We're still growing the school. We're in the southwest part of Austin near Oak Hill.
Okay.
And I wanted specifically to be in a part of the city that was not well served by other teachers. We're very fortunate here in Austin that we've got many fine teachers.
Right.
And austintango.org lists all the different venues and all the different
There are that many tango
teachers.
teachers,
Oh, yes.
specifically tango.
Yes, right. I wanted to serve a place that was near my home and a part of the city that hadn't been well served. So we're growing the community in that area.
Right. That's great. So what are some of the benefits? We were talking about this before the program, but I think it's really important information. What are some of the physical benefits of Argentine tango, and specifically Argentine tango?
I was talking to one of the other teachers in town who originally was a ballroom dancer, and she wanted to dance and perhaps even compete at a very high level, but realized that the lifespan for ballroom dancers can be quite limited because of the physical demands, whereas Argentine tango is something that can be danced at any age. It can be danced very simply. It's been called a walking embrace, where it's like hugging a person and then walking together with them at its most simple level. And then at performance levels, it can be wild movements with the partners interacting with each other and between the legs, and really dramatic movements.
Right.
So you can dance at any level. You can find challenges, not only the physical simplicity or physical challenge, but in particular the mental challenges. Because there's the aspect of responding to the music. Both partners, you hope that they have a connection not only to themselves, but both of them to the music, where the music is like their conductor, they're another instrument in the orchestra,
Right.
finding their place where they can really respond to different aspects of the music. Argentine tango music is like orchestral jazz. It's got so many different layers, and each dancer can actually be responding to different layers
That's
within the music.
It's also pretty dramatic music.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it can be very dramatic. And if you listen to the lyrics, that's also very dramatic. You think country western is a tearjerker. Argentine tango about lost love and lost homeland, really tearjerker themes.
Right.
So we're responding to the music, bringing out our artistic side and how to interpret it, what sort of figures and how to dance those. Oftentimes, the space is quite constrained in Argentine tango, but you'll find many people in a fairly small place. So you have to dance not only with your partner, but with the partners ahead of and behind you. Because unlike other dances, you actually dance in la ronda, the round, with the other dancers. You don't pass, you keep your place. Pardon me. Still suffering the aftermath of a cold a couple of weeks ago.
It's going around.
Yes. So, even though each couple is doing their own thing and interpreting the music, they're all moving together in the room. So you're trying to negotiate your space in the room. There's also the very real challenge of how to connect with your partner, because you may find that your partner is either way above your level, way below your level, or they may feel like someone you've never met before, and yet you feel like you've been dancing with them your whole life. It can be incredible. And part of the the mental, emotional aspect of it is making that connection with another person, deciding how you want to respond to them, how you want to interpret the music in such a way that you're speaking to them in a way that they will be able to appreciate you and appreciate the music.
Wow, there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
So we were talking, and you brought in the mental part, and we were talking earlier as well about what that means for certain issues that people might be having.
Yes, yes. There has been studies about dance, and specifically for Argentine tango. There is, for example, an initiative called Argentine Tango for PD, Parkinson's disease, where it's been found to help both the mental and the physical aspects of it, help those people recover coordinated movement with intention. The Argentine Tango movement has to be filled with intention to both do it well and to communicate it clearly to your partner on both sides of the embrace. It's also been found helpful in terms of mental decline, Alzheimer's, and the related deficiencies, where the mental challenge of the dance will help people with their mental acuity.
Right, right. Well, there has been a lot of research showing that, just physical exercise, period, helps with mental acuity.
Sure.
And then what you're talking about is having to negotiate your space and having a plan ahead. And it's kind of like doing a puzzle, a moving puzzle.
That is a wonderful way to characterize it. Absolutely.
Right.
Yes. You are creating space for your partner to move into or closing off space. And similarly, the other couples are providing you space or not that you can move within.
Right. And so, doing puzzles actually helps people to maintain mental acuity. And so now when you add that physical component, it makes sense that would be a really beneficial thing to help people who are already dealing with some form of dementia, or even maybe to prevent it.
Yes, yes. But going back to the Socratic method of talking as you're walking, there are initiatives also for people learning as they're moving. That they find that brain-to-body connection is helpful, is synergistic, helps both.
Right. And what you were saying at the start is that what's really great about this for any age is that it can be done at any level. So if you're not physically able to do all those quick movements, then you can still do it.
Yes, and one aspect that appealed to me was I love learning, and it is a lifelong learning process. Whatever level that you're at, there is some new discovery to be made in terms of how you can really express what the music and being with another person so intimately means to you.
Right. And then there's the social aspect. We were talking about that as well, which from my perspective as a psychologist, is so important to have that social aspect to prevent depression. And it seems like people become more and more isolated a lot of times as they get older, or really I see a lot of isolation in younger people as well.
Yes, right. With all the social media and people's attention going to the computers and the phones instead of interacting with each other.
Right.
Well, one of the things that appealed to me about the Argentine tango was that they play the music at a comfortable level. And have hard of hearing, and the loud music that you see in a typical dance scene is not good for the ears.
Right.
So in a tango, you can not only hear the music, but the tables that surround the dance floor, you'll find people carrying on conversations, making plans for dinner before or afterwards, and what they'll be doing socially. it was really remarkable to me to see the amount of social interaction that goes on. In fact, groups of people that will make trips together to Buenos Aires and to other places.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So it's a really good social, a way for people to start socializing and
Absolutely.
having fun.
Absolutely.
Right? So I think that's the most important part of this, is that you're having fun.
Definitely, for sure. I tend to be a technical, introverted person, except when I'm on stage, whether it be dancing or teaching a class.
Uh-huh.
That's when I can sort of express that hidden part of me. And I really appreciate that aspect of what Argentine tango has given me.
You know, I talk a lot about people finding their passion. That's what my book is about, is following your passion. And it sounds like you have a lot of passion about the Argentine dance and tango, and it sounds like it's something that perhaps a lot of your students have found passion in that as well.
It has meant so much to me on so many different levels. A quick little story, as I say, being introverted, my wife one day, she was packing up to make a trip with one of her friends, and I came out and I was chatting up her friend as they were packing up, which I would ordinarily never do. And my wife came in to me later and she said, you know, since you started Argentine tango, you're much nicer. I think it has made some real differences in the way I interact with people, the way I think about the world, the way I think about knowing things or being comfortable not knowing things, being just in the moment mindful and being open to discovery. To be able to meet people as they are and just give them my best self and look for their best self.
That's wonderful.
And so, yes, that's part of the message that I want students to be able to embrace and understand all the treasures that are waiting for them in an Argentine tango life.
So now, you know, with the few minutes that we have left, I'd like to talk just briefly about what is the difference between specifically Argentine tango versus tango from other countries. As I mentioned to you, I saw the Broadway play about tango, and it was different couples dancing different scenes from different countries.
Yes.
With the different type of tango and the music. And what is the difference with Argentine tango between the other tangos?
Right. Well, you've brought up one of the forms of tango, and that's stage tango. The kinds of things that you see on, say, Dancing with the Stars or So You Think You Can Dance is very different from what you might see in a social tango, which is much more quieter, much more intimate. I mean, there are still lots of really interesting things going on, and you wonder what is going on with all of those feet and legs moving. The Argentine tango, a little over 100 years ago, grew out of folk dances and had many influences from African and Italian classical musicians coming over looking for new opportunities, migrating to Argentina and missing their homeland. Pardon me. So they developed this dance, which became a very intimate dance. It moved over to Paris, which actually was incidental in preserving the dance when it was suppressed by the military regime in Argentina. The dance moved from the Broadway play and other influences from traveling tango maestros to Paris and then to the United States. In the United States, it would tend to be codified, made more like specific figures or patterns that would be danced, say in a Fred Astaire studio or Arthur Mary's situation. They need curriculums where they can bring people along in an organized way. So the American tango tended to be very pattern oriented and regimented. There's an international style of tango, which is also pattern oriented, but tends to be very dramatic with the big snaps of the head and the huge frames
That's
and
what
such.
we think of when we think of tango from like the movies.
Yes, the
right?
rows in between the teeth
Right.
and the big, long, dramatic movements. The Argentine tango is an intimate dance where the dancers are right in front of each other, toe to toe, and they are in a hug, basically, where they're connected at the chest, although it can be an open embrace, certainly. Everyone can dance in the style that they prefer.
Right.
And then from there, we take a relaxed hold around each other. And in that close proximity to each other, we're able to do, yes, there are patterns that one can dance. However, in the true, or in a social setting, the patterns are dispensed with you. Cut and paste and mix and match all the basic fundamental movements to fit the music and the moment and your partner's capabilities, your capabilities, the space that's available to you, and so on.
Okay, so it's different than what we think of as tango from the movies.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit. And to reiterate, it's a dance that can be approached very simply, very fundamentally, as simple as walking, to highly complex with lots of interaction between the partners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if people are here in Austin and they're interested in checking out your dance studio and finding out about Tango Tribe, how can they do that?
Well, that's pretty easy. The Tango Tribe, we also have a website called tangotribe.com. And then on Facebook, if they go to facebook.com/Tango Tribe, we have our site there.
Okay, all right.
And then also, if anyone, whether they're in Austin or not, if they want to email me to david@tangotribe.com, then I will be happy to send them my welcome wagon message, which is, a lot of it's oriented towards all of the resources in Austin. Like I mentioned, austintango.org with our community calendar and lots of information about what goes on in Austin. But then I also include links to all of to many amazing resources available on the internet, where people can connect with their own local Argentine tango community. And it is a worldwide, countrywide phenomenon. You may not speak the other person's language, but you can communicate in Argentine tango language.
Dance. That was my next question. There, you answered it already. So people outside of Austin can find out information about their local dance studios that teach Argentine dance.
Yes, yes. And you can always Google something or search for Argentine tango, my community name.
Okay.
And then you'll most likely be able to find something.
Is it pretty popular around the country?
Oh, absolutely. And growing all the time.
Okay.
And particularly with the growth in Austin, one of the fastest growing communities in the country.
Really?
And so many of those new people are tango dancers or want to become tango dancers.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I will post that on the web post about this show after the program is over, so that if people miss that, they can just go to my website, look for the post about this show, and there will be the
Great.
link, and they can just click on it.